Hi, Velma. Hey, everybody. Bandicoot Commando here, and welcome back to Multiverses. Last time,
Pick your team.
I did some matches of Tom and Jerry and showed them off and showed them what it was like. Just a quick sec, I'm checking Discord. Okay. So, yeah, I just did Tom and Jerry, and all in all, didn't really do too well, for the most part. So today, we're gonna do Velma, and I'm just she has so many skins. Like I have to do what was it? I have to show off the 7 to 9 skins that I plan on showing cuz obviously I don't want to show off like the holiday specific skins really. Like the Valentine's, Halloween, Christmas, that sort of thing. And Velma has a lot of skins. Like she currently is like okay, she has 14. But compare it to like, Rain Dog who has 16 or Bugs Bunny who has 14 as well. And then you have Superman who has soon to be 15, pretty much 15 once I unlock this. And Batman has his fair share of them. Well, not quite. He's only got 11 of them, and Diana, I assume, also has that kind of same amount. 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, 12. So she has an extra one. Jeez, I just love that. I can't wait to unlock that later. Alright, but anyway, yeah, we got to get through with Velma, and let me look again to see the skins that I'll be doing. Yeah, I'm going to be doing 9 skins. And the worst part is that the worst part is that I have ever since I played the game when it relaunched back in May, ever since it launched, like not the beta, but the full game release, I have not seen a single Velma player online. I think I've only seen them maybe like in 2v2s once in a while, but I've never fully seen a Velma player once in 1v1. And for good reason. But this is why I'm going to hope that for all of my struggles, maybe I can inspire and influence the people here to maybe possibly make more use of her. I doubt it. Let's get going and get this over with.
Nice to see you.
Hey, Velma here.
Not a weirdest
I briefly brought up Velma's, a little bit of who Velma is when I did Shaggy, but to give the full explanation now, Velma is her real name, her full name being Velma Dinkley. Very unfortunate last name, but still, we still love her nonetheless. Velma is one of the members of the Mystery Inc. gang. Traditionally, in most of the shows, Scooby shows, Velma is usually the smart one. She's always the brains of the operation. She will always find the clues and put the pieces together that she'll then be able to help uncover and unmask whoever the culprits are. Now, unlike Shaggy and Scooby, I mean, Velma is, I don't want to say she's brave. Like, she is brave. She's willing to go into the danger like the others, but she still gets scared like the others. It's just unlike Shaggy and Scooby, though, she just knows how to, keep her cool for the most part. Velma is very unique for the fact that other than Shaggy and Scooby, Velma turned out to be one of the more popular characters. Seriously, I don't know any people who say, oh, I like Fred or Daphne. I mean, Daphne has her moments, but when you think of the Scooby Gang, by default, you're going to think of either Shaggy or Scooby, or possibly Velma. It just depends. I mean, it's to the point that Velma has her own show, but we don't talk about that. So, let's get down to the moves and everything. For her neutral attack, Velma will yell into a megaphone and send out the sound waves. It has a bit of reach to it the more you charge it up. For her side attack, Velma just uses speech bubbles that say, like, sass or jinkies or sarcasm. Like, I think it varies. I think it's just like, sass, jinkies. Like, I'd have to take a better look at it to see what it says. But, yeah, I'm waiting to see if I can do it or not. That way I can kind of... Well, yeah, I saw sass, but it was hard to... Jinkies! Velma's catchphrase, Jinkies, whenever she gets startled or scared or surprised. But, yeah, it does its moves. It's got some good hit stun duration on it. For Velma's up attack, she will have a light bulb. Bye. She will have a moment where she has a light bulb. I have an idea. The light bulb is what does the damage. This outfit. Velma, this came from the original Scooby-Doo show where there was one episode where the gang were on a beach and Velma was wearing this. Very surprisingly, like, I don't want to say it's like revealing or anything, but still very surprisingly, you know, on the revealing side. And I'm saying that because at the time when the show debuted, you know, it was the 1960s. It was 1969. So just kind of jeepers. Okay, so another word she'll say is jeepers. And that's more of Daphne's catchphrase whenever she gets surprised or scared. At least in the old show, she doesn't really do it that much these days, I think. Anyway, moving on. The up attack, the light bulb, you could charge it up as well. For her down attack, Velma will type in... Oh, she'll start, like, typing in numbers in a calculator. And then, once you release, she'll then, like, have a speech bubble saying something, like, solved, or... mathematical, or, you know, something. I forgot exactly what it is, but it's similar to basic, like, Velma's speech bubble attacks are pretty much similar to LeBron's neutral attack when he doesn't have basketball on him. Now, for the air versions of the moves, the neutral attack is still just the same, where you could just float. And also, the other thing with Velma's neutral special, not special, but attack, is both the ground and air versions, Velma can actually aim, and can aim it upwards or downwards. So it can be handy if you're dealing with opponents who try to use low attacks or come in high. Yeah, I went over the neutral attack. The side attack in the air is that Velma will flash a flashlight on the opponent. This move is chargeable, and it does some good damage. But only when the light beam comes out from the flashlight does it do damage. The action of her, like, you know, throwing out the flashlight, it doesn't work like that. This skin, this is known, I think, as Astronaut Velma, and although it's differently designed, it is... I need to go on the Multiversus wiki for this, but it is meant to be... It was from one of the direct-to-video Scooby-Doo movies. Okay, yep. Scooby, where are you, Scooby? Okay. Velma. Where is it? Here we are. Where is it? Oh, Astronaut Velma. Here it is. So, yes, this comes from the movie Scooby-Doo Moon Monster Madness. It actually was a bit different in the beta, where it had a different color scheme going on. Here, it resembles how it did in the movie. Anyway, going on with her moveset. I got over the side attack. For the up attack, she still does the light bulb, but it's not chargeable. For her down attack, Velma will do like she'll try to reach for her glasses, because they briefly come off her face when she does the attack. It's chargeable, and it's actually decently good. One thing I want to say real quick, hold on. Okay, it's not going to probably pop up, but I've seen a lot of people, like, I wish I can... Good timing, Bugs. That little swirl thing that appeared on Harley. I need to find out what perk does that, because I'm curious to know if it is any good or not. Okay, now on to the special attacks. So for her neutral special, Velma will send out a, it's kind of hard to describe. She'll shout, yell something, and she'll send out a little thing. That's not what I did there, though. What I did was the down special. For the neutral, if I ever use it, if I do decide to use it again. There we go. I mean, you didn't see it, but if it hits the opponent, it'll lock in, and anytime... There it goes, yeah. So that's just how it works, basically, is when you use the neutral special, Velma will yell out a word of some kind, and well, since I am on the Multiversus wiki, I can, like, properly explain what it is. Velma shouts a word bubble projectile that seeks out her ally. So yeah, if you're doing 2v2s, which Velma is mostly designed for 2v2 related stuff, but it'll seek out her ally, and if there's no ally, it just flies out until it, like, until, you know, it hits the opponent. Or until it, like, just, oh, this. Look at... Oh, wait, no, I'm thinking of a different moment where, don't know if it happened in this one or not, but you'll see.
Well, I guess nobody's perfect.
So yeah, when the projectile hits a target, they will have the targeted on them, and pressing special again, she will just spit out, you know, speech bubbles that will home in on the opponent as best as they can. When you use this in 2v2s on teammates, though, when your teammate is affected by the word bubble, when it locks on, gets them on, any of the subsequent speech bubbles that Velma shouts out, when they pass by her teammate, they will become big and enlarged. And they will therefore do more damage. This is okay. Just hold on. Watch this. The mystery machine will not attempt to jump after. I don't know how long it will stay out until it either, like, it's got to the point where I'm like, okay, get down there. And there. End of story. Definitely deserve an emote taunt after that. Jeez. This skin. This is just basically beach ready Velma. I think it's mostly original, but at the same time... Oh, beach volleyball. I think it's mostly original. Yeah, it's an original outfit, so it's not really based on anything she wore. So, off of the neutral special, for her side special, Velma will sprint forward until she hits the opponent. Once she hits the opponent, she will carry them for a short distance until she trips. Once she trips, she'll launch the opponent in the air. Like so. The longer you, because it's chargeable, the longer you hold it, the further out she will run, and more importantly, the faster she will go. But just know that once she's out of like running room on the stage platform, once she hits the edge, she'll run for a little bit until she trips. If you use this on your teammate, yeah, allies can hop into Velma to increase the sprint, which will not only increase its power, but also it will give Velma and her ally armor and gray health. For her up special, Velma will throw down a vial of some kind of frozen formula concentration. Enemies that stand in this liquid nitrogen, I guess you could say it is, they will begin to develop stacks of frozen on them. And then they'll freeze. But thing is, it's not gonna happen. It doesn't freeze quick enough with Velma. It's not like Superman where you're guaranteed to at least get one frozen. It's just not possible. But it does slow them down still, so it's helpful. Anytime Velma, because it needs to cool down once you use it, anytime Velma uses the up special afterwards, while the liquid stuff is still on cooldown, she'll instead use a camera. And the it's also her up special, but the camera flash has a purple aura, and it does some rather good damage and launching power. So you're going to see me use it quite a bit. And then finally, her down special. Velma will throw a book projectile that will, it says it homes in onto, her ally. Thought it was going to say enemy. When you use it, Velma and her ally, if that is the book hits her ally, I think it also has to hit the enemy too. Velma and her ally will get the educated buff, which will reduce the cooldown time. And as for the air versions, they are pretty much the same, except for the side and up. The side special is that, well, you just saw me use it. Velma will open up a book and it will launch her. So it's a good recovery, but what's weird is that, well, actually it's not so much as what's weird. This costume. Where are you? Intrepid Velma. I'm pretty sure I've seen this. Yes, okay. This was also from one of the direct-to-video movies. This comes from Scooby-Doo, Where's My Mummy? Which, in that movie, Velma was wearing this. It was an archaeological expedition in Egypt, and Where's My Mummy is actually a surprisingly good one. I won't spoil why, because there's a particularly big twist that happens that involves Velma. So yeah, the side special, it will, it'll save you, and it will do a little bit of damage. And the up special in the air is the camera thing that I talked about. The only other unique abilities Velma has, or tweaks and anything like that, is the Mystery Machine. To summon the Mystery Machine, throughout the match, little magnifying glass objects will periodically appear on the field. Sometimes when you hit the opponent, it might pop out of them. I think the way it should work is that you need to hit them with, like, you gotta vary with your attacks in order to get them to appear. If you can collect enough pieces of evidence, I believe, I mean, I am on the Multiversus wiki, so you can no doubtably tell me how many I need to collect. It doesn't say when, it only says when the meter is full. I think you need to collect about 10 pieces of evidence in order for it to work. But once you do, your down special will be replaced of summoning the mystery machine. Once the mystery machine is summoned, it will go off and try to go after the nearest opponent. If you're doing 2v2s, that is. It'll try to go after the nearest one. Problem with it is that the mystery machine is a bit slow and clunky. And it's not, I mean, it's helped me quite a few times in these matches because I'm taking advantage of the fact that by the time I'm summoning it, my opponents are quite weak on health. The weaker their health is, the harder it is for them to escape from the mystery machine. But once an opponent is captured, you just have to mash, you just have to mash L2, R2, I mean PS5 like I am, to try to escape. While the mystery machine is on its way driving, it's going to attempt to drive off the stage. If you're doing 2v2s, Velma and her teammate can attack the mystery machine to apply additional damage. That way, it can make it harder for the person who's been captured to escape. Also, hitting the mystery machine will kind of give it a boost to get going, basically. But for the opponent's teammate, they can attack the machine to free their ally. But again, this depends on how much damage their ally has. All in all, I mean, it's not 100% reliable all the time. And plus, summoning it is a bit impractical for 1v1s because of how long it takes. Even when you use the perk, the character perk that allows Velma to spawn in with a piece of evidence, it still takes a while to build up on it. But if you build up on it, do take advantage of it. But like I said, make sure your opponent is weakened first. That way it'll make it harder for them to escape. Same thing in 2v2s. Make sure that both of your opponents are weak enough that once the machine grabs one of them, it'll make it easier for it to do its job. Another little thing I can give advice on Velma, and something I discovered myself in this match, or not this match, but in general really, is if you got the lock on for with the neutral special, and you want the words to go flying right away after this outfit, since we're on this, this should be, oh, Mystery Incorporated Velma, but I can't access it on the wiki here. They don't have an article on it yet. But if I were to tell you what it is, I'm pretty sure this was an outfit Velma wore in the in one of the shows, the Mystery Incorporated show. That's all that I can make my guess on. I honestly would not know. I've never seen, like, again, when I did this with Shaggy, I mentioned the only Scooby-Doo shows I've seen, and all I've seen, really, other than the original, I've seen, well, I mean, keep in mind, when I say the Scooby-Doo show, I am referring to the original, even though the original is just simply called Scooby-Doo Where Are You? And then the sequel one would be called the Scooby-Doo show, and then there's the Scooby and Scrappy, and then a pup named Scooby-Doo, and then What's New Scooby-Doo. Those were the only ones I've ever saw. I never saw any of the new ones. But I hear Mystery Incorporated is a great one. Getting off all of that, though, and where was I on Velma's, trying to remember what Velma's thing were. I mentioned I can't remember. I honestly can't remember what I wanted to say on Velma on giving advice because of how I had to take a moment to talk about the outfit. Oh god. All in all, just when you do Velma in 1v1, something that I've learned. Oh wait, I remember now what I was talking about from before the outfit distracted me. It was when it came to the neutral special. Once you have it locked on to an opponent, if you want them to go straight to the opponent right away, have Velma look backwards and then use it. That way, the speech bubbles will be able to fly perfectly fine. That really should have killed him. There's one thing I will say, no one gets a clean sweep on me. Anything else on Velma? Any advice? Or anything else to mention or share? Velma's one of the few characters that can crawl. Hey, at least I got 2. Yeah, I lost this match, but hey, I at least gave this guy a run for his money. That's actually the thing. I remember both in the last video and when I started, I was going to be like, this is going to take so long, but it didn't take too long. Part of it had to do with the fact that every time that I won, everyone just... nobody wanted to rematch, and I want to assume it's because the matches went on so long that nobody wanted to do another rematch and waste another, another few minutes. Because as you can see, all of my matches with Velma take anywhere from, like, at most, they take 3 minutes. Okay, from here, all the costumes are the original ones, so... yeah, I don't think there's anything else left I need to say for Velma. Just the fact that, again, iconic member of the group, and definitely in these recent years, a lot of our first crushes in some way or form. I won't confirm or deny if I was one of those people. Hopefully they might be able to give her better buffs to make her a little more viable. Part of it is that, like I said at the beginning, I've hardly seen people use Velma online. It's always the same. I've only seen, Arias, Agent Smiths. Like, I've seen every character in some way or form, save for a few exceptions. Like, Velma's one of those exceptions that I've never seen. Here's another one that I've never seen. Well, I could look at the full list here, that way I can give myself a better idea. I mean, yeah, I think Velma's just one of the few people I hardly see people use. I don't see too many people use Rain Dog either. So yeah, just... oh, I know why. Okay, I know what's up with that, so yeah, just... that's all I'm gonna say. Well, there goes the history machine. Oh, actually, there is one thing I can talk about. One little thing. Okay, since I'm still on the Multiversus wiki. Originally, as some might know, I might even actually put the picture in it for a better comparison. But originally, in the beta and prior to a patch, in season 1 of the beta,
I can't let the game
Velma, when she summoned the mystery machine, originally in the beta, it wasn't the mystery machine. It was a police car. But it still had the same, ability and effect. The reason that they changed it, I mean, I really hate to say why they changed it, but it's basically something I don't even remember how I learned of it. I mean, I'm pretty sure I heard it, like, they're like, oh, they changed it, and blah, 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 but I'm trying to remember exactly if I learned it from the news itself, or from, like, a gaming article, or if it was just something I saw on Twitter. Okay, I'm not going to beat around. The reason it was changed was because a joke was made that because LeBron is playable in the game, a joke was made, someone made a joke on basically that Velma can call the police on LeBron. And that was just the joke on how, like, I don't want to go into it because I don't like talking about these sort of things, but, oh, well, bye, Jason.
You're the winner.
It's just that, basically, just LeBron, police,
Really?
calling the
This is what I'm
police
up
on an African-American, or, you know how it is. I won't go any further. I'm just going to stop there. That will do with everything. You'll just be able to see the rest of these matches that I do. So, yeah, see you at the end of this.
Mojo.
Oh! Oh, tricky!
You can tell their moms by their cute little freezes. Get off my saucer! So says Mojo Jojo! Earth has so many flashing lights! It was just a mail order! Postage paid by Mojo Jojo! She's just one mystery-solving girl! How could she do this to me, Mojo Jojo? Stupid saucer! You were embarrassing, Mojo Jojo.
Jinkies! Anyone catch the identification placard on that subway train?
What the... Oh.
Alright, now you just made me stinking mad, Duck.
Ah!
You're right.
Stop! Cease! Desist! Do not touch the saucer!
Good one, Fred! I'm good.
Aim for the fences. Arrivederci.
Stop now! You're the winner! Arts, don't fail me now.
Yeah! 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 I don't miss. Ah! Yeah! Yeah! Ah! With precision. Ah! Yeah! Ah! Why keep trying? What a terrible path you've chosen for yourself.
Subway train.
I know your moves. I know your moves. So easily deleted. Pathetic.
And there you have it, people. Those were my matches with Velma. All in all, like I said, as I might have said, just Velma's not really the best for doing 1v1s. I mean, as you see, it can work, but it takes a lot of build-up for her to, like, weaken the enemy to a point to get them in, like, a killing point, basically. And as you see, the Mystery Machine is helpful, but, you know, it can still easily get knocked off by opponents, especially if they're not afraid to try and tackle it head-on. But that's only when it's still, like, when Velma is still in her animation of summoning it. Otherwise, once it gets going, you're gonna want to avoid touching it. But, yeah, that'll do for this session of Multiverses. Join me next time.
Ooh, pick your team.
As we've pretty much done almost every character in the roster, save for, you know, new ones that get dropped in the game. But, I mean, I'll tell you, you know, with the beta roster, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 characters. I thought, well, I mean, with the additional characters, there's more, but with our final one to do here, Wonder Woman, Diana. Of course, once Diana's done, it's only a matter of time until her fellow Amazon, Nubia, gets dropped into the game. Who knows when that will be, but yeah. That is it. Oh, you know, let me put her back to normal.
I can dish it out.
There we
and
go.
I can take it.
That is it. And I will see you guys next time.
I'm always ready to help.